Hey, it's Clay, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol CHK. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks here representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. So while this here may look like several days worth of time, it's actually today's price action broken down into 30-minute time slices. I like to this time frame. I think it's a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price, and then makes mapping out where levels of support and resistance a bit easier to see. And in this situation, I'm not trying to rub salt in the wounds or anything like that, but I am definitely talking about it from a trading perspective, because from a trading perspective, this is actually an interesting setup going, into tomorrow. Now, I realize if you're some sort of longer term trader or investor, then yeah, today was pretty brutal. So I'm definitely making these comments, like I said, from more of a trading viewpoint. And this will mean a little bit more to those of you that have traded for a while, but I'm sure you've seen stocks where, the stock gaps down, and then after it gaps down, it kind of does one of these things where it just continues to drift further and further downwards, the remainder of the day. That was not the case here. It did drift downwards, and then all of a sudden it just flat out went sideways essentially the remainder of the day. Now, don't get me wrong, and I really wish I could say trading was this easy. Just because the price got hammered down and then all of a sudden started to go sideways does not mean that this thing is for sure the bottom and for sure going to bounce. Now, would it be shocking to see some sort of bounce? No, that would not be shocking at all. But myself nor anyone else can sit here and say that that a bounce is for sure going to happen. But on that line of thinking, as far as kind of support levels, $3.15 is that key level of support going forward, for no other reason, for just the very simple reason of, well, that's essentially where the bleeding stopped today. So that's going to be, the key level to watch as far as, if this is the bottom, well, then kind of by definition, this needs to stay as support, because if it doesn't stay as support, well, then that means the price is going to new lows, which, would be contradictory, right? If this is the bottom, well, then that level of support needs to prove it's the bottom by holding it. Now, in the event the price does start to bounce, where are some of these potential hurdles at? First key level to keep an eye on is going to be the top portion of this little miniature channel that formed, and that's right there at $3.30. If 330 can be broken, the next key level after that, right up around $3.40. So keep an eye on these couple levels. If, like I said, any sort of worthwhile momentum is going to get sparked and started, these will be the initial hurdles that need to be cleared. All in all, though, very interesting setup going into tomorrow. Let's see if the bulls can put together some sort of bounce or not. One of the biggest questions I get is, hey Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together a free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then click on the image that is up on the screen right now, and I will email you the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point, and best part, it's completely free. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know if you have any questions.